Hi everyone. I guess we're live. Tasia, Caio, good to be with you guys here. Joined by blockchain today, we have Brickken and Brabull. With Brabull, we have co-founder and general manager Tasia Sterci, and CEO and founder, of course, Caio Braz. With you, we started talking about this a while back, and it's great to see your project now so close to being live on the platform. Anything you'd like to share as a short background of yourselves and the company?
Yes, I like to introduce myself. Hi, Rodrigo and Caio, and everybody who's watching. I'm Tassi Sterci, the co-founder and general manager at Brabull Capital. I started my career in finance in 2019, work with family offices and managing portfolios. And honestly, guys, it wasn't love at first sight. And grasping all the terminologies, laws, and market dynamics was initially challenging for me. I'm not gonna lie. But my degree in financial management and financial analysis, together with my MBA in business sustainability for leaders from University at SUNY in New York, made me realize that I was meant to work with this. So, Rodrigo, these years of experience in finance were like a game changer for me. They showed me how finance and sustainable businesses work together and how technology is present in both, allowing me to see things in a new perspective.
Excellent. Caio, would you like to say a little bit something about yourself and your background?
Hi, Rodrigo. Hi, you all. Hi, Tasia. We're not in the same space, so we're seeing each other virtually also. I work in finance since 2007 or 8. It's been so long that I can't recall exactly. I started working at HSBC, already evaluating credit portfolios for the bank to buy. So I'm looking at credit portfolios for a long time now. I then started my own company to develop a software for banks and other financial institutions to better manage their credit portfolios. It was a very successful company that was later sold to an American investment bank. Then I went to be a partner of a Brazilian asset management firm that manages, as of today, around $400 million. Our fund in Brazil is always ranked among the best ones in the stock exchange. Also works with mortgage-backed securities. That is one of our strategies here in Brabull. And last year, me and Tasia founded Brabull. That is an American company, and that have 4 investment strategies. We'll explore much more of those strategies in this call. But we are starting with the first one that is also using mortgages. And I've been working with this for a long time, a lot of experience in that space. And my whole career was built to work in finance and tech. So the blockchain tokenization space is something that I'm familiar with, and with tech since my career beginning. So that's it.
Well, finance and tech is really much of what tokenization and blockchain are offering. Well, here at Brickken, we're very happy to have made a match with you in the opportunities that we can bring to businesses through leveraging blockchain technology. Well, you're already getting a little bit into the background of your company, and well, over 400 million in managed assets in your recent experience, Caio. That's pretty impressive. You were telling us, and we'd like to encourage you to tell us a little bit more about the origin story, we can call it, of Brabull, and also, if you wouldn't mind, what is the competitive advantage that Brabull brings to the finance space?
Okay, I'll let Tasia talk a little bit about how we imagine Brabull to be. why we founded the company, and then I'll talk a little bit more about what are our differentiations and what makes us unique.
Great.
Okay.
Please.
Rodrigo, the truth is we started Brabull Capital because we believe everyone should have opportunity to grow their money like institutional and high net worth investors do, right? And through Brabull, you can co-invest with us in opportunities that we wouldn't typically be accessible. So our first option is our mortgage strategy, where you can carefully select individual mortgages, and that can offer much higher returns and much lower risk if we compare to other options like REIT, for example. And it's a spoiler, we have a lot to coming. Soon we will make available stock investment strategy and a private equity strategy too. And we will also at last make available our real estate strategy to investors all around the world. And just for finish, Rodrigo, we use blockchain to structure investment, ensuring high governance, transparency, and significantly low transactions costs. So that means high returns for investors. We keep saying this, but it's pretty important to repeat this. We already post this on Instagram, on Twitter, but it's very important to say this.
Yeah, and some things that makes us unique is that we are a co-investment company, right? We're not an investment management company. So every strategy that we put in, our money comes first. So in mortgage, for instance, we already have a portfolio that is running that we bought using our own money. And that opens the investment, that makes the investment available to everyone. Because if we not seeded the investment, it will not be possible to have that vehicle available to everyone. So when you compare to a similar structure of ours, it would be typically just people with $1 million plus institutional investors that will be able to invest in such a structure that delivers the returns that we deliver. So if we compare like to other options,
people onto your portfolio, just adding a little bit themselves.
Yeah, exactly. So with as little as $1,000, they can participate in the investment. And as we are not a investment manager per se, we do not charge any fees on that. We keep part of the assets, and we are 100% in the risk with the investors. So the investments are 100% aligned. The interests are 100% aligned. And we are able to deliver much more results just because of that. So a typical investment structure like ours would cost like 2% or 3% a year. And the way we do it, investors will offset that cost in the first year of their investments. So we are like 100% in skin in the game with the investors and not charging anything for it.
All right. Well, those definitely sound like unique points that you bring to the table. As for the concept of tokenization, how were you first introduced to it?
The first time I heard about tokenization was in 2020 because I was structuring an investment vehicle here in the US. I'm originally from Brazil. And I wanted to seek a structure that was possible to raise money all around the world. And that gave liquidity to investments that otherwise would not be liquid, like real estate, for instance. So if an investor wants to invest in real estate here in the US, in development, or even in mortgages, and invest in a fund, they will be locked up in that fund for 5 years. For mortgages, maybe at least 1 year, 2 years, even more, unless they go to the public markets. But in the public markets, they are subject to all the volatility and price change and everything. So we wanted to have a private investment structure, but provide liquidity at the same time, and we'll be able to raise money all around the world. Tokenization provides all that for much lesser cost than a similar structure that actually doesn't exist in traditional markets. And it also brings liquidity to investments that are not liquid with much lower cost than would be for a fund or a listed fund or something like that. And
it sounds like a
much
much more flexible approach, right?
Much more flexible and much more safe for investors. So everything is registered in the blockchain. You can see all the movements. I cannot change the rules of the game during the game. So whatever the investment sign into, it will be that will be valuable until the end of the investment. So there's all the things that tokenization blockchain brings that are not available in the traditional markets.
Definitely a workaround to offering liquidity and giving people flexibility as to how they can move their money in productive yields. Just out of curiosity, at what point did you say, all right, this is happening, we're going to do it, we're interested, we looked at the options, and now we're sure we're going to press the button? And when did that happen for you guys?
Mostly in the second semester of last year, that we were studying which strategy will come to market first for mortgages or the stock investment strategy that we have that is already ongoing also, but we didn't tokenize it yet. And as the mortgage investment strategy was going for longer time and we needed to go to market, and we studied a lot of structures, and they were going to be such as cost effective, such transparent, and such liquid as the tokenization would provide to investors and all around the world. So we decided to go live the second semester last year, started working on that, and then we found Brickken and did it.
Excellent. You mentioned your mortgages strategy as the first pillar of several investment strategies that you seem to plan to tokenize. About the mortgages strategy, could you tell us very briefly how you choose these assets and a few examples of where you found profitability with these mortgages?
Sure. As I said, my background is like for 15 years analyze those kinds of assets, and I've been developing a credit model since then. And it's applicable here in the US. That is where our investments are based.
Okay, so your investments are they all real estate in the US or somewhere elsewhere?
All residential mortgages in the US. And mostly in Florida and other Sunbelt states.
Oh,
so we source the mortgage directly from originators. So we are the first buyer of those mortgages. We're not buying like a bundle of mortgages that comes like in a mortgage-backed security pool that we are not able to analyze each one. We analyze each and every mortgage that we buy. So we analyze the vendor, we analyze the property evaluation, we analyze the borrower, we analyze everything.
You work directly with the property owner?
Directly with the mortgage originator. So we have access to the property owner, that is at the end the borrower. So we have direct access to all of them, but just in the second phase of after we bought the mortgage. So we're able to talk directly to them when we need to do a collection call or everything. We are able to contact them directly, and that's only because we are able to search directly and use our own credit model to do all the analysis.
All right, so that credit model and the direct approach with the source of the mortgage seem to be pretty unique in setting you guys apart. Could you tell us just a few, not too many, specific benefits that your token holders would be obtaining through the tokenized investment with you?
They will be able to have a liquid investment in a illiquid space that will be mortgages. Like we invest in 30-year mortgages. If an investor wanted to seek the same yields and will be able to carry those yields for that long, they will be locked up all the time. Or if the borrower pays up front, then okay, will be leave early, but must be prepared to hold that long. And there's no volatility compared to REITs. Like if you compare to a mortgage REIT that will pay much less than we pay in income every year, they would be subject to volatility and to receive a lesser yield, much lesser yield, maybe half. So the risk return is not comparable. And for offshore investments that are located outside of the US and Canada, we issue a token. We issue a token just for them that does not have withholding tax. So if they were to invest in a REIT, for instance, they will, or any stock, for instance, that have higher dividends, they would have 30% withholding tax on those dividends, and our token have none, because we structured in a way that there's no withholding tax for offshore investors.
Brilliant. That's definitely quite a competitive advantage.
Yeah, for sure. So to get those kinds of yields, I don't see anything like it.
Sound like great benefits for the investor public to take advantage of. Dacia, could you show us a little bit of the portal where you are making this available? Would that be possible?
A what? Sorry, Rodrigo.
Could you show us a sneak preview or a little bit of the portal where investors can engage with your proposition?
Oh, okay. The page.
Yeah, I already projected here.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Oh, brilliant! Right. So this is it's the token store, not an origin website. Perfect. So this is what you've developed with Brickken.
Exactly. Yeah. So here we have. You can go here to start KYC, but you can download a white paper here where we give all the details on our investment strategy, on who we are, our history, and where we want to be. Also, all the investment rules. And here we have our video that we recorded to better explain the investments. This is the token that is the token for US and Canadian investors. We already have almost $100,000 invested in that token. And here we highlight some of the things that I told like some minutes ago, that it's the best way to get passive income and high yield using your stable coins or your cryptocurrencies without having to sell, registering like a broker dealer or any institution, a bank that you have to convert in fiat money and then invest it and go through paperwork and everything. Here you can onboard really fast and receive a much higher income with very lower risk. You can use like to have yields on your stable coins. It's perfect. And we have for sure the lowest management expense ratio of any investment vehicle that is comparable to ours.
Kaya, is this open to anybody with a wallet, or you have to be a US or Canadian citizen?
No, we have two token stores. Say they look pretty much the same, but one is Bram1, that is the token for US and Canada, and the other is Bram2, that is for investors all around the world. You just need to have a wallet.
Oh, beautiful! So you've set you guys up to receive investments from basically anywhere.
Anywhere, exactly. Yeah.
Excellent.
So we were careful enough to build the structure. Actually, thought more about because it takes more time and effort to structure a tax-free investment for offshore investors. So the offshore investors are the one that we really put thought on it, and the Brand2 token is perfect for them.
So Bram1, US and Canadian, and Bram2, pretty much anybody who's got a bit of an appetite for yield on their money.
Exactly. Yeah. Here we explain a little bit about our upcoming strategies. The one that will probably be the next is our stock investment strategy. That is, we are being testing since last year. We are implementing in the Brabull structure this year, and so far we are it's profiting 13% this year. So it's very promising.
13% on the yield.
Yeah, this year, yeah.
What about on the mortgage side, which is what you're offering right now? What is an average expected yield there?
For US and Canadian investors, at least 10.5% a year, but it's currently yielding close to 13%. But is variable because it takes a little more risk than the offshore token. So the token for US and Canadian investors are the ones that carry the delinquency risk, for instance. So they have some, they can range in the yield. The offshore investors pay a fixed 8.5% a year. There's equivalent more or so 0.72%, 0.71% a month. And there's no withholding tax. So it's comparable to a mortgage REIT or a REIT or a stock that will pay like 12.2% a year. So gross returns are pretty much the same for both tokens, but when you take account the taxes that you are saving, you get the much of the same yield in those.
Sound like very healthy returns you have structured there. And anything you'd like to add about the rest of your team supporting the issuance?
Yeah, so there is me and Tassa that you already know.
Yes.
We have Lucas, that is our head of IT, that works from Canada. And we have Eduardo, that is our head of marketing. And we have people in his team, also 2 other people that work in doing all our social media, website, and everything that we need to communicate with investors. So as of today, we are a total of 6 people in the company.
Okay. And how long will you be offering the Brabull token for, the mortgage investment one?
We have a total of $30 million in supply for each token. So a total of 60, 30 in the brand 1, 30 in the brand 2. We are offering offerings each month because the tokens start paying income just in the next month of the investment.
Oh, wow.
This first offering is open for a month, and then we close, start paying dividends for the token holders of that month. Then we open a new round. So we'll just be opening rounds until we reach the $30 million cap.
Okay. I like it. Pretty clean, very ambitious, of course, and offering great opportunities for blockchain investors out there. We do have a few questions from our community. Would you mind if we went through them now?
Sure, let's go.
All right, there's 5 of them only. The first one is, what made Brabull choose Brickken?
We chose Brickken because, and we studied a lot of tokenization suppliers and platforms.
And it was not easy to choose.
Yeah.
Because we studied a lot.
Yeah. And regulation-wise, also, we studied a lot of suppliers in that sense. And Brickken provided the best overall platform for tokenization. The onboarding process, the token store, the regulation side of things. So we are covered in each part. And we feel that you guys are really helpful in all those, like as we are doing this event today, as we set up our marketing strategy, our token store. So you guys just do not provide the platform and that's it. Like, you're real partners. We feel it. And
we have all the support from Brickken.
Okay.
Yeah.
We appreciate that. Thank you very much. And I have to say, personally, it was quite pleasant to work with you to make this happen. We have covered this one already, but it's one of the 5 selected questions. Maybe we can add a little spin to it, perhaps. The community is curious about the specific physical assets that Brabull works with. You did mention that we're looking at residential real estate, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Are these condos, houses, suburban, downtown, a good mix?
Yeah, it's mostly single-family houses. They're ranging value between $150,000 and $300,000 that we source, because it's more liquid in a sense, and also is easier to diversify. So our portfolio is more spread out than if we worked with $1 million, $2 million mortgages properties. That would be very hard if you have like delinquency in one contract, then you can really harm your portfolio.
Right, it's affected overall easier that way. Interesting. Well, for U.S. market standards, finding homes between 100 and 300K, that's quite a feat in itself.
Yeah, but there's a lot of available and a lot of high quality properties available in that range.
Well, you definitely have the expert eye for that one.
Yeah, exactly.
And you did mention a lot of blockchain giving you a transparent record. How does this help you offer a fair distribution of profits to the holders? Will you be giving them balances and reports, or how would you approach this?
Yeah, it really helps us because we can distribute directly to investors part of the income or that we receive from the mortgages. So investors are able to keep up not only the rules of those returns and distributions, but all the aspects of the underlying portfolio that they are investing. So we provide reports every month for token holders. They can see if the underlying asset is performing well or not. So I don't think that we will ever experience that, but in a case that the portfolio is not being enough to pay the distributions, they will know right away.
Okay, those alerts and with that transparency, I'd like to ask you 2 more. What is the long-term vision and plans of Brabull? Let's do that one first.
Yeah, let me actually go back a little bit in the token store here that we have that set up here. Our main goal, first like threshold that we want to achieve, is to have the 4 investment strategies tokenized and distributed to investors. So mortgages, public equities, real estate, private equity. Private equity already have one investment. We did not tokenize it yet, but we already have some investment made in that strategy. We also have investments in the public equities like stocks investments, and real estate we did not start it yet. So of the 4, 3 of them we already have investments in it. Yeah, we are ready to open to co-investment, and one of them we already did. That is the mortgage strategy. So first goal, vision for the company is have the 4 strategies fully running, tokenized, and make our co-investors happy with those.
And after you have them set up, I guess the long term is just continuing and increasing volumes.
Yeah, we have some ideas of, especially in the private equity space, to participate more in the infrastructure for tokenization, making like better solutions for especially tokenizers to reach investors, or to provide better infrastructure for like credit analysis and stock analysis for people that participate in that market. And some of the investments that we are doing in the private equity space are companies that are helping companies to do that. But we'll only start discussing that after we have like the first strategies implemented.
Understood. And finally, the RWA, the real world assets tokenization sector. What do you feel about? How do you feel about it? How do you feel about the future in it?
It's amazing. Actually, it's like just for a quick math here. If we wanted to provide the same investment strategy for investors in the traditional way, it would cost investors like at least 2% a year. So instead of distributing 12, we will distribute 10 just because of costs. Will not be liquid, will not be as transparent, and will not be as marketable and as easy to onboard as it is with RWA's tokens. So there's no coming back from it. It's
you see the game changed through ease of transaction, basically.
Exactly. You can settle anytime, anywhere. It's much cheaper, much more safe. So there's no comparison in the traditional finance world. So it's actually not the future, but the present.
Yeah, the future is now, that they say. And well, we're very proud to have you as one of our featured projects on the platform. Definitely significant to be represented by you in the finance market in the United States with an SEC regulated approach that is proof that Brickken can pretty much reach anywhere. And happy to have such an organized and promising company like yourselves on board here.
Thank you very much. We're very happy with the partnership, and hopefully it's just the first of many tokens to come.
Well, we'd love to tokenize those 4 strategies that you propose to the market and help you guys attain and your investors great success in them.
Yeah, we hope so too.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tasia and Caio. Very, very happy to have you, and look forward to hosting another one of these pretty soon.
Thanks, Rodrigo. Thanks to all the community, and please go to our token store or get in touch with us through the email investors@brabull.com. We're very happy to talk to you and answer any questions that you may have.
Excellent. We'll be monitoring the progress. Wish you best of luck, and of course we're here to help. And also clients you would have that would like to be helped with their purchase and have their investment made, that's also a possibility. Let us know.
Yeah, sure. They can reach us, and we are available to help.
Well, thank you very much. That's all the time we have today. And I appreciate you joining us.
Thank you.